And it's so humbling and it's so frustrating because how can she still be gone? And people often ask, why do we chase it? Jodi was one of ours. She was going to work one morning and somebody stopped her from going to work. They stopped her from living her life, and our thing at Find Jodi is we're not going to stop looking for that person.
A missing persons mystery in the heartland. Mason City, Iowa, morning news anchor Jodi Huisentruit disappeared on this day exactly 30 years ago. Jodi was 27 years old when she vanished on her way to work. Her belongings were found in the parking lot near her car that morning, but no signs of her. And on the somber day, the group Find Jodi is marking the milestone with a gathering outside of her former TV station. And NewsNation's Rich McHugh, who has been following this case for years, also joins us from outside the station there in Mason City, Iowa. Rich, 30 years, but police say they are still working this case.
They absolutely are, Nichole, 100%. You know, 30 years ago, Jodi Huisentruit was supposed to walk into that KAM TV newsroom. She never showed up, and it's hard to believe that mystery has kind of plagued this entire city of Mason City for 30 years. I sat down with Chief of Police Jeff Brinkley yesterday and asked him, are we any closer? Are you any closer to solving this? Here's what he had to say.
I think a number of years ago, maybe 7, you said, I think we're very close. You told the reporter. When I was here 3 years ago, you essentially said the same thing. Feels like we're getting close. Would you say the same thing today?
Yeah, I'm an optimist by nature, and I still think that this case absolutely can be closed. You know, I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know if when that information will come in, but yeah, I think there are things that can happen in this case that can close it in a reasonable time frame.
But you still feel that you are close, 30 years in?
I think that the case is absolutely solvable 30 years in.
Now, he wouldn't get into any specifics about what leads him to say that he believes this case will be solved in the near future, but he had that kind of glint in his eye that was like, he's confident it's going to happen. So that's the most optimism I've seen out of him in years. Nichole.
All right, so he wouldn't get into specifics, Rich, but do you believe they do have their eyes on a possible suspect?
Well, keep in mind, there's a person of interest, John Van Cise, who they tried to subpoena and bring in for a grand jury. He has since passed away. I asked, is that a complication for this case? He said no. And I do know that they've been digging nearby in Minnesota and trying to find remains. That said, he did make a public appeal to the public and to those who may be responsible. Take a look.
I think for anybody who may be responsible for this, we're not going to stop looking, and we'll get there eventually. And I think there's never a wrong day or a bad day to do the right thing. And now, today, tomorrow is the right time. Reach out to the Mason City Police Department, reach out to the Iowa Division of Criminal Investigation. We are ready to talk to you and to put your information to work.
So it's clear, everybody in Mason City, police to Find Jodi, want to see this case solved soon. Nichole.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.